Hello, I'm Khan Ross. Today I'm going to talk about the Trump tariffs, which of course are much in the news. But what's not so much in the news is the rather paradoxical effects of the tariffs in terms of reversing globalization, which some have mentioned, but what that really means has not been talked about. Because what it means is that some of the negative effects of globalization will be put into reverse. So, for instance, globalization contributes to inequality, both between and within nations, because the benefits of growth go to a few multinational corporations, affluent countries, rather than poorer countries and workers who are exploited because they offer lower wages. In a similar way, the integration of the world economy makes it more vulnerable to financial crises. In 2008, there's no doubt that the turmoil and chaos of the financial collapse spread much more quickly because of globalization. At the same time, globalization means a loss of sovereignty. For national governments, they have less control over their trade and thus their national economies. And there's little question in my mind that that loss of sovereignty has contributed to the rise of the far right, this feeling that things are not under control, that we don't control matters, our own governments aren't even in control. So there's no question that globalization means a loss of sovereignty. Also, globalization contributes to cultural homogenization. The spread of Western consumerism, brands, media undoubtedly means the diminution of other cultures, marginalizing indigenous cultures, for instance. Part of this effect is the loss of languages, which we know are in steep decline, and heritage. But perhaps the most important effects of globalization lie in the environment, where growth, because it's carbon-based still largely, contributes to carbon emissions. And if you decrease growth, you have fewer emissions. And indeed, people like me believe that degrowth is the only way for us to achieve the Paris targets of warming of 1.5 to 2 degrees centigrade. But globalization also promotes trade, which itself, through aviation and maritime emissions, both of which are growing, contributes to carbon emissions. So for all of those reasons, actually putting globalization into reverse, which Trump's tariffs are arguably doing, may paradoxically be a good thing.